Hey guys, I want you to look at this. We've got like 10 individual strips with 3 packs on a strip of dry active yeast. Our friend Amy, the off-grid empath, sent those to us in the mail. How you like that? Thank you, Amy. You are such a sweetheart. We appreciate it. We've been trying to get yeast, and every time we order it, never get it. We haven't gotten any yeast yet. So she came to the rescue. Thank you, Amy. Appreciate that so much. So look here, we've got, this is Baker's Corner active dry yeast, and so that's pretty cool. We're going to be able to make some bread. So we're going to go ahead and show a video. We're going to make some in our automatic bread machine and maybe a few other things there. So Amy, you saved the day. We thank you so much, and we're going to make some bread, guys. Hey guys, we're going to make some bread today in the bread machine. We couldn't find yeast, and our good friend Amy McFarland, she sent us some yeast. So we're going to go ahead and make some bread up here. I'll show you all the ingredients, so follow along. Let's hope it comes out good. I read up some things about making bread today. All right, we're going to show you the ingredients. First of all, this is a little pot or pan that mixes up into your bread machine. So we'll use this, put all our ingredients in. But first of all, I've got my list of ingredients. I don't measure a lot of things, but when it comes to baking, you really need to bake or measure, you know. So I'm going to be adding 1 cup plus 3 tablespoons of warm water. And then our next thing is we're going to use 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And then we're going to have salts. We're going to use 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I've got natural sea salt here, so we're going to be using that. And then sugar. We've got, going to be using actually, in sugar, 2 tablespoons of just plain white sugar. And then 3¼ cups of white bread flour. Now I've measured this all out. I was reading a thing about sometimes your bread's dense, and sometimes you should be using bread flour. Now, I don't have any bread flour, so I'm just using regular, but you should use bread flour. And in order to keep it from being dense, you know, you fluff up, when you measure it, fluff up your flour instead of just, so sometimes you get too much. So what I do is I fluffed up my flour and made all my ingredients. So these are all my, I have actually 3¼ cups of, it's supposed to be bread flour, but I'm using regular flour, fluffed up and measured as accurate as I can get it. I read that. We're going to try it, see if that makes it a little more fluffy. Now you're going to need 2 teaspoons of dry active yeast. Thanks to Amy, we've got yeast. So we'll measure this out and use exactly 2 teaspoons of dry yeast. That's all there is. So we're going to work on putting all this stuff together. I've warmed my water up a little bit here, so let's get our water here. That's my next step. I'll get my water ready. Okay, so we've got our water. Somewhere around here I had another measuring cup. I'll be back as soon as I find my measuring cup, because what I need is 1 cup plus 3 tablespoons of water. So let me find my measuring cup. Take 2. That's why I had one. Okay. All right, guys, we have our water ready now. So what we got, we're going to use 1 cup of warm water plus 3 tablespoons. So we've warmed this water up here, so I'm going to exactly 1 cup. There's 1 cup. And then 3 tablespoons. This is getting really right down to the exact amount. So 1, 2, and 3. So 3 tablespoons. The next ingredient, you put all the wet ingredients in first. The next ingredient will be 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. So we got our tablespoon measured out here. So we're going to put 2 of that. One. All right, there's 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And then, is that all the wet? Yeah, that's all the wet ingredients. So now we need 1.5 teaspoons of salt. It said somewhere, don't let your salt touch your yeast. So I'm just going to put that into the liquid first on it. So we need 1.5 teaspoons. So this is a teaspoon. So I'll get our 1 here. And then 1/2. Okay, there's our thing. Now we're going to need our next ingredient is sugar. 2 tablespoons of sugar. So we have our sugar in our little container here. So we're going to get 2 tablespoons of sugar. There's 1. There's 2. 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then our 3 1/4 cups of bread flour. So I've got this all pre-measured out there. Like I said, I fluffed it all up. So we're going to put that on the top. There's 2. There's 3 1/4. All right, now what it tells me to do here is you make a little well. And you don't want the yeast touching the wet. So you make a little well here. That's what I've done. Now we need, in our yeast, we need 2 teaspoons of yeast. So I'm going to open these up here. Now I'm not sure exactly how much is in one of these packs, but we're going to measure it out. So shake it down just a little bit here. Again, thanks to Amy for the yeast. Today's video is sponsored by Amy McFarland, the off-grid empath. That's who sponsored, because she gave us the yeast. So we'll get this open and get 2 teaspoons of yeasts. There's 1. Look at that, that's just right. 1 pack of this is actually 2 teaspoons of the yeast. So there we go, we got it all set. Now what we need to do is we need to set up our bread machine here. I'm gonna have to walk around. They're saying that you want to set this up for a 1.5 pound loaf for a medium crust. So let's see what we got here in our settings right now. So select there you go. Oh, medium loaf. And just a basic. So now all we have to do next is just lower our thing down in. Make sure you don't have any of your pamphlets left over into the bottom. If you guys saw one of my other videos making, I forgot to take a pamphlet on and it caught on fire. So anyways, that's all I have to do. And then hit start. I'm gonna see what we're doing here. Yeah, it's going away. So pretty simple, guys. Bread machine, getting the ingredients measured out is your most time-consuming step. Beyond that, you just let it go. This thing's going to go for about 3 hours and 15 minutes. And we'll come back here and see what we got. But we should have bread, again, thanks to Amy. The bread machine's working away. Let's take a quick peek here. There we go, guys. It's kneading the loaf down and going to need to load down, let it rise, and so it looks pretty good. I'm thinking this yeast is pretty good. The last time we tried our yeast was outdated, but this is fresh yeast, so we'll keep it posted. All right, guys, our timer just went off on our bread machine. We're let's see what it looks like in here. Oh, there it is. There's the loaf of bread. So we're going to go ahead and get it out here and just see what we got. All right, we're going to take out our bread, see how it came out, get a pot holder here. It's all done. It smells delicious. Get a hold of the, has a nice little handle on here that you can just lift it up here. Let's close that back down, and let's see if we can just dump this right out here. I'm going to get another pot holder. It's not to burn my fingers. I don't want to burn my fingers. And it should, usually it just drops right out. There it is. Dropped right out. It even left the little paddle inside. I didn't have to dig it out, so that'll be nice. So, you see how hot it is? Not too bad, but there we go. This is our bread. We're gonna cut it up here. See what it looks like here. I've got this neat little cutter. We bought this thing downtown at a craft store a long time ago, and actually my neighbor took dimensions. He does woodworking, and he started making these, but it's very, very sharp. It's like a serrated blade on it, but it works good for cutting bread. But I'm gonna start out and cut the heel. People like the heel. I think Sue does. There we go. Now I'm hoping it wasn't quite as dense as, because I did some changing around here. But to be honest with you, it looks dense. I didn't quite get the rise out of it that I was hoping to get. I'm going to shut the bread machine off here on it. It looks good, but I was trying to get, sometimes I've made bread and it's real fluffy, but now I didn't use bread flour. I used just regular flour. Let's put a little butter on this and give it a try here. See what we got out here. But man, it smells good. Looks good. Let's just, I like a lot of butter on bread. Now, Sue's the big bread person. She loves bread. So she'll eat it and eat it and eat it. Now, usually when it's fresh and hot, that's when I eat it. After that, usually Sue takes it over because I'm not actually a big bread fan, but Sue just loves bread. Let's take a taste of that. Wow, it tastes delicious. Really good bread. Hey, again, I want to thank Amy for sending us the yeast because we had none. And we really appreciate that, but this is delicious. We'll make some more bread, some other things maybe out of it, maybe some cinnamon rolls, whatever, you know. If you guys enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, questions, how do you do your bread? You got any tricks, procedures that you use? So let us know in the comments below. If you're not a subscriber, I remind you to hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell. And you'll be notified of our next video. And we do all kinds of things. We did a bread one not long ago. I just wanted to do another one here before we did it with actually beer. This one's actually a good yeast. So we'll see you guys next time. Happy eating. Enjoy your bread. All right, if you want to see how to get some of our other links, when you go to our main YouTube page, up here into the picture area right here, you'll see it says like Facebook. You can click on that. That'll take you right over to our Facebook group. And you're welcome. You can join the Facebook group, add your videos, add whatever you want, do some discussion there, but you can go there. If you would like to support us on Amazon, again, up in this picture, you'll see a link that says Amazon. Click on that link right there. Go ahead and sign in, make all your purchases, and what will happen here, you'll give us a tip. We get a small percentage back. Costs you absolutely nothing.
but it does help us out, and we appreciate that. Thought I'd just show you a few little links here if you want to go to some other features we have here at Lucky Dog Productions.